Hello, and welcome to the Behind the Arc podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about the All-Stars and who should be in the All-Star lineups. I'm here with Josh,
What's going on, guys?
and I'm also here with Austin.
Hey, what's up?
Alright, so what are you guys' thoughts on the starting lineups?
I mean, personally, I thought the All-Star lineups in the West, I didn't have any issues with them. I thought that they got it right, to be completely honest. In the East, it kind of bothered me that Trae Young was an All-Star starter when his team is so bad and he's so bad on defense. That just bothered me a little bit.
We all remember how Monte Ellis missed the All-Star game. He averaged one season 26 points. I know it's not the same as Trae Young's 29 points. Because they were both on bad teams. I think Monte was actually on a better team than Trae Young, but Monte Ellis didn't even get considered for the All-Star game. Yet, why does Trae Young get considered for the All-Star game? It doesn't make sense to me. If you're if you're on a mediocre team, you should be not on an all-star team. I'm sorry. Unless if you're averaging like 40 points per game.
I think it has partially to do just with the fact that that the East's guard pool isn't as strong. I mean, in the West, you got Luka and James Harden and
Yeah.
Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook and other guys who are consistently dominant every night. And then in the East, you're looking at Trae Young and Kemba Walker and Ben Simmons and Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine. And I mean, Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine are kind of in the same boat as guys who don't really play very good defense on bad teams. You know what I mean? So in the East, we're kind of looking at a lot of not very good guards, at least one-way guards that aren't on very good teams that we're kind of debating as to who should be all-stars.
Yeah, because I feel like if Harden averaged a little bit less points and was on a worse team, he wouldn't make it because he's also not a stellar defender.
I could have seen Damian Lillard getting in over Harden just the way that Lillard's been playing recently if Harden hadn't started the season so hot, averaging 40 a game.
Yeah. I know nobody talks about this nowadays, but in 78, 79, World B. Free averaged 28.8 points and did not make the All-Star game.
Yeah, because offense isn't everything, but right now it seems like offense is everything.
He'd be a starter in today's NBA.
Yeah, but you're talking about
definitely.
He can't be the last pick. Somebody who averages 29 points.
I just think Jimmy Butler,
his team
specifically deserved it so much more. I know he's listed as a forward, but I think just with the positionless nature of the NBA, and the fact that Jimmy Butler's the primary ball handler for the Heat like 50% of the time anyway. I just don't get the positionless aspect of the NBA makes the All-Star voting kind of bother me, the way that they have it set up, because we're kind of restricted in who we could put as those guards.
I agree 100%. I don't feel like the best 5 people make it each year as starters, and I think it always should be.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
And that bothers me.
Why does Trae Young have to be an All-Star starter?
I think Trae Young deserves to be an All-Star.
He's All-Star, yes. All-Star, I would definitely agree with the All-Star, but All-Star starter? I mean, the guy hasn't even done anything for his team. I mean,
Agreed.
He hasn't pushed them, over the top. At least for James Harden, when he stat pads, at least he wins.
That's the most important thing in the NBA.
Yeah.
Is if you actually win, it's okay if you do certain things, or if you're actually contributing to the wins greatly. While Trae Young is putting up these quote unquote amazing stats, but his team is one of the worst teams in the league by far.
I mean, they've gotten a little bit better. I mean, everyone.
Since John Collins got back.
Yeah, since John Collins got back, I mean, that's just another star to have alongside Trae Young. Personally, I think John Collins is the best player on that team just because of what he can do. He can catch lobs, and he can also shoot threes now. He can also rebound very effectively, and he's improved a lot on defense, which is why
is an All-Star soon.
It's so funny because, when he started averaging 3 blocks a game or something, they drug tested him, and they found something.
That's true.
I think it was the drugs, man.
Maybe, but he's been good. He improved last year, and he's improved again this year, and that's the trajectory that you want to see if you're a Hawks fan. Is a guy like John Collins developing into a more of an effective defensive player and a better rim protector.
Now that we all don't agree with Trae Young starting, who should start over him?
Jimmy Butler or Bradley Beal. Jimmy Butler, I know that he's a guard, that he's not listed as a guard, but just based on, I just disagree with the way that they set up the voting.
Yeah.
So I really think that of all the players who deserved it, it's Jimmy Butler. Just because he's turned the Heat from like a fringe playoff team last year into, and I guess Bam Adebayo as well. Bam Adebayo's resurgence and emergence as a star player has helped as well. But definitely, I think Jimmy Butler's two-way impact and the fact that he can be a lead scorer as well as the best defender on your team is kind of a valuable skill set that we don't really see among any of the other guards and players that we could be putting in that position in the East. And I just think that the way that he's turned his team into a successful like championship contender and is a very effective two-way player just makes him stand out to me.
Yeah, you make a great point there. So also, we're all good with Kemba Walker, right? Because I'm pretty good with Kemba Walker making it.
Especially the reason why I'm good with Kemba Walker is not because necessarily the stats, but the impact he has on a very good team.
Yeah.
He is definitely the leader of that Celtics team who just beat the Lakers by about $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like they are improving after that the quick stretch of them losing like 3 or 4 straight. They've kind of turned it back to what they were during the beginning of the season. So yeah, I have no problem with Kemba.
Yeah, that's what I love about Kemba Walker. This Celtics team really needed a leader after Al Horford left. And Kemba Walker's been such a great replacement for Kyrie Irving and Al Horford.
I agree, yeah. And he's been a great, it seems like he's a really good steadying presence for them. Like when Jason Tatum has an off night or when Jaylen Brown has an off night or when Gordon Hayward has an off night, you don't have to worry about Kyrie in the locker room behind their backs or just like the snide comments, the things that he did. Just having a guy in Kemba who's a supportive leader, a veteran presence, and just consistent, it has been a really good thing for the Celtics this year. And I totally think that of all the guards, he definitely deserved it in the East. I 100% think so.
Yeah, but that's what I don't like about Jimmy is I don't feel like he is a leader in the best sense. Like I feel like
players would disagree with you.
Yeah, but he's already run himself out of 3 different organizations because he didn't like the players around him because he didn't think they were going to work hard enough instead of trying to work with them to make them how he is.
I mean, was he wrong in Minnesota? Cat and Wiggins have work ethic issues.
He may not have been wrong, but that's not the way you go about it. You don't just.
I was always on Jimmy's side.
All right, so back to Trae Young. So, which guards do you guys believe deserved over Trae Young? Like, some options we have are Bradley Beal. We have Eric Bledsoe, which probably not. I mean, he is on the best team, so I just have to throw him out there. Zach LaVine, which then you also have Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's God right now.
And Ben Simmons.
Good.
Yeah, Ben Simmons.
And Kyle Lowry.
What do you think, Kyle Lowry? Who would you have put there?
I think I would have put Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I either would have put Brad or Kyle because Kyle's definitely the leader of that team. And he without Kawhi, he's shown us that Kawhi wasn't the only reason why they won. He showed us why they won last year is because even without Kawhi, even when he didn't play last year, they were still really, really good. They still were up to par to all the best teams in the East.
I just can't say that Lowry's the leader on that team.
Who would you say?
Siakam. I mean, I know that in the locker room, Lowry's the leader. And he's the captain, and he's definitely the leader of that team. But on the court, the Raptors go as Siakam goes. And they're only going to go as far as Siakam. And honestly, to a certain extent, Van Vliet can take them. Because if Van Vliet gets hot in the playoffs and can put up 30 a night,
I mean, it's kind of like
then they can be competitive in playoff series.
It's kind of like the Warriors, though, because, I mean, we see Draymond Green. I mean, we all know he's the leader of the Warriors, right? But obviously the offense is not run through him. I mean, it was, before Kevin Durant, it was Steph and Clay. But after that, it was, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. But, I mean, it's great to have a leader like that can just, play hard and lead your team to wins. Like Kyle Lowry, he's a leader. I mean, he's more productive than Draymond Green, but just, again, like I said, to have a leader like that is just
for sure
a great quality to have on a team.
especially with a lot of young players like the Raptors have.
Look, I feel like Draymond Green symbolizes the Warriors, and then Kyle Lowry symbolizes the Raptors. Like those guys have been so important to their franchises. Or I mean, Steph Curry probably symbolizes the Warriors better, like, since he's the star player. But I feel like Draymond Green symbolizes like what
At
the
least
Warriors
through the
are.
first 2 championship runs, the ones that they won and then lost against the Cavs, I put Draymond. Even though Steph won the MVP, the reason why they were so good defensively those 2 years was because of Draymond. He changed that team around.
Yeah, I
He
feel
was
like
a huge difference maker because he could go on.
he symbolizes
guard.
the Warriors' mentality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Probably not like the player, because I mean, people are gonna remember Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant more than Draymond, but there's a reason why Draymond made 3 All-Star games.
Oh, for sure. When the Warriors were the Warriors, Draymond was also more effective offensively. I mean, and part of that was also due to the fact that he had Steph and Clay, and for some of that, Durant spacing the floor for him and making it easier for him to get easier, more open, better shots. And he didn't really have to create as many shots for himself. But I mean, there is definitely it's not that he didn't deserve those All-Star votes. I can definitely agree with you all on that. You're right.
Now to change topics, so the captains are going to be Giannis and LeBron. For the new All-Star voting, captains get to select the starters and the bench players. So who do you guys think they're going to draft? So we all know, I mean, I think we all know who's going to go first for both teams. We can all agree that I say Luka and AD.
That's true. You're right. I could see LeBron not choosing AD as a joke, though.
Dude,
I
be
don't
funny.
think he'd want to do that because AD hasn't re-signed his contract, so I wouldn't be trying to put anything in AD's mind.
yeah, yeah.
Fair. Okay, I could see it. So we think Giannis
Yeah,
chooses Luka,
LeBron has to be like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is my
Well,
guy.
both
This is my
and
guy.
then LeBron chooses AD, and then Giannis chooses
Luka.
Kawhi.
Yeah. I think Giannis. Wait, afterwards.
After, I'd say the first pick is going to be Luka for Giannis, and then
I feel like
AD
Giannis-
for
I think-
LeBron.
Yeah, I think Giannis will select Embiid. Like Embiid seems like the most Giannis guy. That's just me.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't see him choosing. I would
yeah,
be
I
very
can't see him
surprised if he
choosing-
chooses Embiid over Luka.
Oh no! Like I'm just saying, like in general.
Oh no, yes, I agree.
Yeah, obviously it's gonna be Luka and AD. Those guys are definitely gonna go number 1, and then number 2.
I think
think LeBron goes Kawhi. I'm not sure. This one's kind
or
of
Harden.
Yeah, I think LeBron goes Harden.
Yeah, I think
He's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna need more 3-point shooting. That's probably his mindset.
Yeah, we need more foul shots.
and then Giannis would probably choose Embiid,
Yeah,
so that he has a center.
Yeah,
And
you
then
need
I
to
could
get
see LeBron choosing Kemba, to be honest.
that early.
Kemba's like,
That
I don't know. I could see it
That early, no.
because
no,
LeBron
not
loves
that
his
early.
guards.
has Kawhi gotten drafted yet?
Yes. No.
That was wait. If he just chose Harden and Giannis
this
chose
time he
Embiid,
would
then yeah,
choose
you're right.
Kawhi.
LeBron would choose Kawhi.
Yeah. I was about to say.
I just realized we're basically making this a West and East roster,
Oh no.
Except for Luka being on Giannis's team.
Yeah.
except for Luka. It's completely
I think
East and West.
I think Giannis will also select Pascal. I think Giannis's goal with this team is gonna be bringing the toughest team in town.
Dude, that athletic of a team would destroy.
And Luka.
Dude, the height on that team. You
I
just
know.
mentioned. The height.
Embiid,
Giannis,
Giannis, and Siakam.
And
Giannis,
Luka
Yikes.
Siakam, Embiid, Luka.
and Trae Young.
And Trae Young, probably.
Yeah, definitely Trae Young.
Trae Young, you can just sit in the corner. We don't care about you.
He can be catch and shoot.
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna be a midget compared to the second tallest. The second shortest guy on the team, Luka.
He's gonna be like,
Or the second
how tall is
starter.
Trae? 6'2" or 6'1"?
Something like that. Yeah.
6'1".
He's like
6'1", yeah, something like that.
Luka's 6'7".
Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh my
know.
god, this is gonna be hilarious.
He's gonna be the midget on the floor.
I think as long as Trey is the last pick, we're good. I'd be shocked if Trey isn't the last pick, though. Absolutely shocked.
Well, because I don't feel like he's better than any of the other 9 guys. Like even
Exactly.
in a vacuum, I don't think he's better than any of the others.
All right, so bench players. Do you guys want to give your thoughts on who you guys believe definitely secured a place in the bench and who definitely does not deserve to get a place in the bench, but probably will still get a place in the bench?
Okay, we can start with the East. Okay. I think Bradley makes it. I think
Yes.
Bradley deserves to make it, but there's a chance he does not make it because,
He'll make it. He'll definitely make it.
dude, if he
There's
does,
not a chance he doesn't make
if
it.
the coaches don't select him, I'm gonna be pretty concerned.
There's no chance he doesn't make it.
Yeah,
The questions are like Chris Middleton and Derrick Rose and Jason Tatum and guys like that.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler's the forward. Never mind.
I think Bam Adebayo, Bradley Beal, and Jimmy Butler are
Secure.
guaranteed. They're those three. I would be absolutely stunned if the three of them don't make it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. There's no way any of those players miss.
I think Chris Middleton
I think he makes
has a
Chris
high
Middleton
chance.
makes it. He's averaging 19 on the best team in the league.
Well, then
Yeah.
Ben Simmons probably makes it as well.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think
Ben will make it.
I think DeMontis Sabonis could make it as well.
Oh,
I
Sabonis.
think he should.
I
don't know if he
think he's secure. I think he's 100% gonna make it.
That leaves one more spot though. So does that spot go to Tatum? Does it go to Derrick Rose? Does it go to Zach LaVine?
I hope.
Does it go to Kyle Lowry?
Well, it's gonna
Kyle
probably.
Lowry.
It's yeah, Kyle Lowry definitely.
Because Kyle Lowry is averaging like 20.
Are we
right?
really going to put Chris Middleton over Jason Tatum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jason Tatum's not been as
I feel
efficient as Chris Middleton,
Here's
anyways.
my reasoning. I feel like Chris Middleton is more important to the Bucks than Jason Tatum is to the Celtics because, like you said, if he is an off game, oh crap, we forgot about Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
There's a lot of good players this year. It's going to be tough.
How many
Who
people
would
would
Jaylen
take?
Brown
12,
make?
right? 12. So
There's
there should be
7
on
per
the
bench. Yeah. I can't see Chris Middleton making it over Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum.
He could make it over Jason Tatum. I don't know if he could make it over Jalen.
I just think Tatum, he shot 43%, 36% from the three. So, I mean, he's not super efficient, but he's averaging 21 a game, and
I
he
prefer
has nights where
Jalen.
he goes for 30.
I prefer
but
Jalen.
Yeah, but like I said though, Chris Middleton almost has to be on every game with Giannis, almost every game, for them to win. Jason Tatum, on the other hand, can have a very bad game, go 1 for a billion, and still.
I remember that game.
It's
Yeah,
true. I remember.
Against the Mavericks. Oh my
He went
gosh.
like 1 for 18 or something like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
I'm not a big fan of Jason Tatum. Sure.
I'm a
I
big
think
fan.
he's a
Sure.
very good player, but I don't think he's an
Yeah.
all-star over Chris Middleton because, like I said,
He's not there yet.
So who's that last All-Star though? Is it Kyle Lowry
So
or
who
is
do we
it
got so far?
Jaylen Brown?
So who do we got so far?
So we got Kyle Lowry, we got Chris Middleton, DeMontis Sabonis, Bam Adebayo. So that's
Jimmy Butler,
Jimmy,
Bradley Beal,
Bradley. So we have
And
one more
that's
spot.
and Ben Simmons or Jaylen Brown.
Wait,
or
isn't that
Jason
7?
Tatum or
No, that's 6.
That's
So
6.
we need
Okay.
is Simmons the last All-Star?
No.
You don't think so? I think Simmons is
yeah.
the last All-Star. I think it's Simmons is 7.
What if Simmons doesn't make it? I mean,
I'd be surprised.
If Simmons doesn't make it, it'll be Jaylen Brown.
yeah.
I agree with that, but I don't think Jaylen Brown to the casual NBA fan is a big enough name.
Well, it's the
For
coach's
him to-
decision.
No, you're right. At this point, it is. So
The
I don't
court,
know. It could definitely be Jaylen Brown.
the
It'll probably be
coaches will
Simmons or
decide
Brown.
their fate. Coaches.
What about the West?
All right. So the West,
Damian Lillard's a lock,
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely.
Jokic is a lock.
Jokic.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Russell's
Westbrook
a
is a
lock.
lock. Those 3 are definite locks. Gobert, is he?
Yes. They have him.
Okay, and then Brandon Ingram.
8th in the MVP rank. There's no way they have.
Yeah,
somebody
and then
that
Brandon
high.
Ingram as
He
well.
should not be that high, dude. The other day, I looked at Hassan Whiteside's and Rudy Gobert's stats, and they are both so similar.
The difference
It's
is
not
Enrique. One's playing for the second best team in the West, and one's playing for a team that can't win a game right now.
I
And
understand.
Hassan
I
Whiteside
understand
is
that,
only a rim
but
protector.
I understand.
Gobert
That.
is a much better
I'm just
overall
saying.
defender.
I'm just throwing that out there. You know, very
It's fair.
very similar stats.
So then the question becomes, does Towns make it with the games that
No,
he missed?
I don't think
I
he
don't
makes
think
it.
so.
It's too
Because
deep.
I can't put him over Gobert or Jokic, and we're not going to put center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't put him over either of those guys.
And then I think Chris Paul makes it as a sixth player in the West. I really think he deserves it.
Yeah.
I would actually be surprised if he made it. I would actually like it. I would like it if he made it, but I don't think he will.
Many people are saying that Chris Paul's likely going to make it, but
I think he'll make it.
maybe could just be like, no. Or maybe they're like, hey, this is a very smart player. He definitely deserves to make it.
Okay, so the question becomes, who's the? If we agree that Chris Paul makes it, Jokic makes it, Damian Lillard makes it, Rudy Gobert makes it, Brandon Ingram makes it, and
Russell Wilson.
Russell Westbrook makes it.
Russell Westbrook.
Do we think Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell
Donovan
or
Mitchell,
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
second best team of the West. You can't put somebody on the Suns over the guy in the second in the West, who's the leader of that team. Him and Gobert.
Man, it's so hard. Paul George is going to definitely miss it, in my opinion.
He missed too many games early.
Yeah, he's gonna miss it for sure.
If he makes it, I'm going to be so pissed.
I think I give it to Mitchell just because team success and
Kristaps.
My exact thing. No,
Kristaps has missed too many games and he's not.
Kristaps.
His efficiency isn't there.
Yeah.
I would love it to be Kristaps, but his efficiency hasn't been there and he's missed too many games.
But he can shoot threes and Rudy can't.
There we go. That's the only reason. Makes complete sense.
Exactly.
You convinced me. No, but I
one
think
knows.
it's Booker or Mitchell, and I would definitely give it to Mitchell this year.
Yeah.
I feel like in a vacuum, who do you think's the best player?
Devin Booker's the better player, but Donovan Mitchell deserves to be an all-star.
I don't know. I could see Donovan being better because I feel like he's more athletic.
Yes.
I would say he's a better defender.
Yes. Although he's not a special defender, he's an average. But Booker's a slightly.
Well, I'm just saying better.
Right, I agree.
And then offensively, they both have different things that they do.
Booker's a better passer and a better shooter.
Yeah, but driving, I'd definitely take Donovan.
For sure. I think Donovan's a better finisher at the rim, and he's definitely more athletic.
Yeah.
I would have to give it to Mitchell, though, just because I think their games are on similar levels right now, and his team success just puts him over the edge for me.
Yeah.
For sure. I think because the Jazz are what, second or third in the East, in the West right now?
Second round.
Yeah, they're second in the West. I mean, just won like 8 games in a row, something like that.
Yeah, 8 or 9. Yeah.
They've been very impressive recently, and Donovan Mitchell is a huge part of that. Especially since Conley went out, it's been Mitchell and Gobert, and I think both of them deserve to make the All-Star team this year.
But dude, I mean, who have they played?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
and they have a good record.
I know, but
NBA team. I don't think.
I understand the run. Like the run's really impressive, but I mean, come on.
Yes, it was a lot of below 500 teams.
If you put maybe like 5 above 500 teams in there, I think they would lose even more games. Like they'd probably go 3-2.
You can only beat who's on your schedule, though.
Yeah, I understand that.
And they're taking care of business right now.
Yeah,
you never play on a team.
At least the Jazz are doing that, and I respect that. But
I think now I have to give it to Mitchell.
I mean, if the Lakers got that schedule, I mean, they'd like have 0 losses.
Right.
I mean, come on. Well, actually, maybe they'd have like 2 losses because of.
I think there are a lot of teams
injuries
that could have won 8 or 9 games in a row with that schedule. I mean, because they played 8 or 9 games in a row of below.
Dude, the Grizzlies.
But
I have an example here. I have an example here.
They're going to get their hard stretch later.
Oh yeah.
They will.
They're going to get the same thing.
The Jazz are always the same team every year. They start very slowly, probably out of the playoffs or maybe 8 seed, and then after that they just go on a huge run. Then they kind of regress a little bit. Then they basically get out the first round.
Or the second round, but the first round this year. I think. I don't think
they get destroyed in the playoffs at some point.
Yep, and Mike Conley with his regression.
Oh man, that sucked for them.
I don't see them.
It was a regression as much as that he didn't know the system at all. It was very he felt out of place.
Well, we'll find out in the second
half. It's hard to make a true impact when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, Quinn Snyder's system is one of the hardest systems to adjust to. It's very
true.
complex, which is why the Jazz always have a bad start. Because everyone has to, get adjusted to the system. But we all know Mike Conley got injured, and he hasn't had time to adjust to that system.
What bothers me is how bad the other players were with Mike Conley on the floor. Joe Ingles started the season horribly, especially when he was playing with Conley. But I think it definitely would have to go to Mitchell at this point, just because of how successful they've been over Booker at this point.
All right, so Mitchell over Booker, right?
Yes.
All right, so our combined All-Star lineup. So we'll start with the East. We already did the team, so we'll do Team Giannis. So we're just gonna do starters, just to summarize it. So our starters for Team Giannis, our predictions, we have Luka getting selected first. Then we had Embiid, right?
Yes.
Embiid. Then we had Pascal.
And then Trey.
And then
Trey.
No, not Trey, because
He wouldn't.
That's the first pick. Trey's going to be the last pick, which means he's going to go to LeBron. So Giannis is going to get Kemba.
No, so it depends. I mean, it depends who selects first, because we don't know if Giannis is going to select first or LeBron's going to select first. But yeah, Trae Young's going to go to that last team no matter what.
And Kemba will be the second to last pick, I would assume.
Yeah, so Kemba and Trae are interchangeable, but we believe Pascal, Embiid, and Luka are going to definitely be a part of Giannis' team.
That's what I would assume, with Kawhi, AD, and James Harden being on LeBron's team.
Yeah, I think that's a solid prediction right there.
I agree.
And basically, our bench players are from the East. We had Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, we had Domantas Sabonis, Kyle Lowry, Ben Simmons.
Yep, and Bradley Beal and Chris Middleton.
All right. And then
for the West, we had Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Nikola Jokic, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Brandon Ingram, and Chris Paul.
Did we agree on Chris Paul?
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
So basically,
I think that's probably a good place to stop.
So yeah, basically those were our all-star lineups. Thank you guys for watching today's podcast. If you like the podcast, please subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube, follow our Spotify, just do all that social media stuff. And also tune in for next episode. Next week's episode.
Doing a trade special.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be a big one.
Trade deadline special. It'll be a long episode, so y'all can look forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be special. I mean, we were gonna do a Dallas trade, but Willie Cauley-Stein, I guess, is good enough. So we'll talk about him in that episode as well. So stay tuned in. Enjoy your day, and also remember, the Mo Bamba is always with you.